Hi, my name is Josh Mancin, and I'm here with Barrett and we're doing the chicken lab. We don't have a raw chicken, we have a cooked rotisserie chicken. So that is obviously going to play into all the different factors of the tissue, the different types of tissue that we see. And we're not going to see the same color, we're not going to see nearly as clear or vivid blood vessels, the extensibility of the muscle, things of that nature. We're not going to see those with the cooked chicken. Nevertheless, we're going to see several factors that we are looking for that we can see in a cooked or uncooked chicken. And in fact, a lot of chicken, for example, chicken breast that you might cook has the skin taken off, whereas we have the skin very clearly here. So that's what we'll start with, is we'll look at skin, the structures of the skin, things that we know just by review. So I'll have my cameraman here zoom in on the chicken's skin. You'll know that this is a keratinized top layer of stratified squamous epithelium, just like in our bodies. And then underlying, which we can't see, would be deeper levels of stratified squamous cells in the dermis and other skin layers, integumentary layers. This will protect the chicken from abrasion, from pathogens on the outside, serves as the natural first line of defense, along with if the chicken had feathers or more things sticking out on the outside. But this overlies obviously what we know to be muscle, and muscle here, the part that we would mainly eat, the proteins in it have been denatured, different color. It would be a little bit lighter if it was raw, but we know that muscle cells, just like in ours, would be striated. These would be consist of contractile units known as sarcomeres, and we could get into the fascia that is overlaying the muscle that you might could see faintly rubbing the edges of the muscle, the surface of the muscle, but you can pull back the skin and see it peeling off of the muscle there pretty well. This wouldn't be skin because it's adhered to the muscle, which we know on a cellular level. These would be cells like using gap junctions to exchange materials and things like that. And then anything else about the muscle. Overlaying these joints, this would be obviously skeletal muscle, things that the chicken could voluntarily control and contract or relax, stretch or recoil.
Got any fat?
Do we have any fat? Yes, we do. This is a better view of the fat though. So we have some fat right here. And the fat is a connective tissue, also insulates the chicken, keeps him warm. It can release various things like leptin and will help to regulate fat storage, fat distribution throughout the body. And that would be in between the epidermis and the muscle. Really in that hypodermis layer would be where you'd find the most fat on the chicken.
Hey, I'm Barrett. I'm going to be talking to you about joints and bone. So if we take a look here at this wing, right here we would have a synovial joint, a hinge joint in particular. We would have ligaments connecting each bone in the joint to each other, as well as tendons connecting the muscle to the bone. And let's see, if we look in here, we've got some hyaline cartilage within the articulation. Let's see if we can maybe find a ligament. We've got long bones here, as you can see. And if we take a look into one of these long bones, this would have been a compound fracture, as the bones were completely separated. We have compact bone making up the outside, and there would be a periosteum on the surface right here. And then on the inside, we would have our trabecular bone. This is where our bone marrow is. And in our bone marrow, we have our blood cells made here. So red blood cells, white blood cells, our B cells are made here and stay here. And our T cells are also made here, but they would move on to the thymus. And we also, within, we would have our osteocytes that would be planted within the compact bone, and as well as our osteoblasts and osteoclasts making new bone and just breaking bone down. And this would be our diaphysis if we put this together. This long portion, there's our epiphysis at the top. And yeah.